What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Ulon.Life. How you doing? My name is Eson. I am your host. Tonight we have a special guest, Cherie Royal. How you doing, Cherie? How you doing,
I'm
sister?
Good.
All right,
good.
God
How
bless.
are you?
All right, and to our viewers at home, we love you. Of course, our Facebook Live. I see y'all. What's up, Patricia? So listen, tonight's theme is, what would you do if your mate is not supportive of your goal or your dreams? Okay? So I want y'all to think about that. You can call in 312-738-1060. But again, if the phone lines are full, we're going to keep it going. We love y'all. So let's jump right into it. How you doing, Queen? All right?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me here.
Yes,
I'm so
baby.
happy to be here.
Of course, and so as you know, we are citywide, and we're going to showcase all the people that are doing some positive things in Chicago. So, Cherie, tell me about how you got started, because to give you guys a little bit of info, I want to say that she has her own business. She's an entrepreneur, and she definitely comes from a place that I know very well. CG in the house, Cabrini, and we are trendsetters. So we've branched out, when they started, shutting down all the buildings, we branched out through the city, and many of us have started our own businesses and have got, people that are really, wanting to be a part of what we do citywide. So I just want to say thank you, for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, baby. And we're going to reach as many people as we can and keep it positive tonight, because I know that there'll be young women looking tonight that can feel off what you're doing. All right? So let's jump right into it. So, Cherie, tell me, what was your first moment when you realized that you had to do your own thing? How did you know that you just wanted to be a little bit different?
Well, after working for a company, CHA, I was working there and I was doing a really good job, I think, and I was an opportunity came where I was able to apply for a better position.
Right.
I applied for the position.
And what was the position? Let's keep it real.
Oh, it was for Chicago Housing Authority to work as a housing specialist.
Okay.
I initially applied for that position, but they ended up giving me the position to be a clerk.
Okay.
I felt some type of way about that, but I looked at it as still a great opportunity. Let me get myself in the door, and then when opportunity arrives, I'll apply for that position.
I know that's right.
So the opportunity came, I applied, I went on 2 interviews back to back for the position, and after scoring an 87 on the test for that position, I met the manager in the cafeteria, and she told me that she decided to not give me the position, and that I needed to go back to school.
Okay. Now, why do you think she said that? Let's keep it 100.
Maybe, perhaps I was up against some people who had their degree. Right. And I didn't have mine at the time.
What's up, y'all? I see y'all.
I didn't have mine at the time, so when she said that to me, it was in that moment that I decided to go back to school. I said, you're right. I need to go back to school.
So it's kind of like a reality check, so to speak.
Definitely. Okay. Definitely was. Right. So I gave her a 2-week letter of resignation, where right after that I signed her for school. Okay. But it was for cosmetology school. Okay. I said, no more.
Was this something that you wanted to do, or was it kind of like a secondhand thing?
The cosmetology?
Yeah, cosmetology.
It's something that I believe is a gift from God. I was already doing hair, little hair. I was young. I was doing the young ladies in the neighborhood hair. Some of the guys, I would braid their hair. So it was a gift that God had already blessed me with. But at that moment, it was an opportunity for me to become my own boss and not put myself at the mercy of another person's company. Okay. So I got in hair school, and I graduated, and it's been entrepreneurship for me ever since.
Okay, so now, let me ask you this. So, was there any hardships? Like, say, for instance, everybody got a story to tell, you know what I'm saying? So, was it a time when Cherie felt like, you know what, man, this is too much. I can't do this.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It definitely was. When I first enrolled in cosmetology school, my mom, she was very ill. I was trying to be there for her, take care of her while attending cosmetology school full time.
Right.
And it was difficult. It was so difficult that I ended up getting kicked out at first.
You got kicked out of cosmetology?
I did.
What?
I did.
So y'all heard it first right here on Ulon.Life. I'm going to keep it real. Y'all don't even know. You know what I'm saying? We is really trying to keep it real. So just tell what happened. What happened?
Yeah, so I got kicked out. The director came to me. She sat me down. She knew my situation. She knew my mom was ill and that I was late for school all the time or missing too many days.
Now, why was you late for school?
I was late for school because my mom had a really bad illness. She was.
And this is during the time when you was really trying to get into cosmetology school.
Yes, I had quit my job. I quit my job that was paying my bills, and I stepped out on faith. And I was in school. I was trying, but again, my mom being really sick, she had been impacted with HIV, and she was ill, and she was living with me. And
I heard that right. This is real life. I mean, this ain't made up. We really keeping it 100 right here on Ulon.Life. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, so I was trying to be there for my mom and go to school at the same time, and it just didn't work. So I missed too many days. My academics were great. I was really good at what I was doing. She gave me accolades on that. However, she had to follow protocol, and she told me I just had to take some time out. She sympathized with me because she did know my mom's situation because I explained that to her.
Right.
But still, no, I had to leave.
Right.
So I ended up having to leave, and then a couple years later, I went back. I was able to get back to cosmetology because I still had not given up on my goal of being my own boss and setting a brand for myself and my family.
Great. So let me ask you this. You know, when was the pivotal moment when you said, you know what, I got to get my own? How did you know? Like, first of all, because I know what you're at now, and I know that you have a storefront. I know you have a business. When was the point? Because there's a lot of young girls right now who are watching this, and they need to know what made you realize. You know what? I gotta go all out. I gotta go all out. I gotta get my own. When did you know you had to get your own?
So growing up in Cabrini Green,
Cabrini Green, y'all. That's right.
My mom was doing her own thing. She was on drugs, and my dad was doing his own thing. Then he ended up passing away, and so I was left without a mother and a father. I was left without a mother and a father. I made the choice to move out of my grandmother's house and move into the house with my boyfriend and his parents, and that's where a cycle began for me of domestic violence. So there in Cabrini Green, I experienced relationship after relationship of domestic abuse.
So you could definitely be an advocate on that. You know what I'm saying? So that's another whole show and avenue.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But you've been there, done that. I want y'all to realize that the sister right here has been through so much. So if she can do it, I mean, it speaks for itself. Definitely anybody can do it. But go ahead, Gwen.
Few relationships down the line, domestic violence after domestic violence, I realized the pattern. I had to stop and think, why is it that I keep ending up in these types of relationships? And I had to realize that it was my way of thinking.
Right.
I didn't realize that I had the power to be independent, that I had the power to take care of myself. So I was dependent upon these men to take care of me because I didn't have my family. So they took care of me, and at the same time they controlled me. They controlled me by physically abusing me, telling me where I could go and where I couldn't go. So I just got to the point where I'm like, look, you have to do something for yourself. You have to get out of these type of situations. It was time. So that's another reason that led me to to be determined to become an entrepreneur and have my own.
All right.
So that's where that began.
So as time went on, you realized that, you know what, I gotta get out of this.
Yes.
And you realized that, you know what, I need my own because you want to be an entrepreneur. Yes. So how was it because of hair? Where did the connection come in? And this also goes back to, I do want to mention our theme tonight. Our theme, it kind of borderlines this, but it's a little bit specific. Our theme tonight is, what would you do? And I want y'all to chime on in at home because I will answer some questions, and for everybody, both the viewers and it's our live as well. What would you do if your mate, your significant other, is not supportive of your dream? All right? I want y'all to chime on in. Tonight is very serious. We here at Ulon.Life really want to, tackle the issues that we know people are going through in life. And we know that this is serious. So again, what would you do if your mate or your significant other is not supportive of your dream? All right? Chime on in. You guys at home can ask questions, or rebuttal to this. And real quick, what are some of your ideas on that? Because Cherie, people, I will say this at home. She has overcome her obstacles because she has made a way, and she's actually gotten a place where people's dreams are coming through. Because she's actually have a place where people can do hair and people can, create. So, as you being a queen and an entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying? What are some of your thoughts on that? If you had a mate or a significant other who, is not so supportive of your dream, what are some of the steps that you can take? What would you say, basically?
I believe that two is better than one. Two is always better than one. If I had a significant other who was not supportive of my dreams, he would be in the way. He would definitely be in the way.
Okay, all right.
He would, I feel, be a threat to my goals, to my vision.
So he'd be a threat to the goal, to the vision.
Yes. Because,
wow, that's deep.
Yes, because when you're an entrepreneur, it's hard enough.
Yes.
It's hard enough in itself to start a business, especially if you have to spend your own money, then depend on the public. People that family, friends, to be supportive.
Right.
That's very hard. I've learned that's very hard in this field as an entrepreneur. So having a partner that does not complement what it is that you're doing makes things harder.
Right.
And I like to think of him as being worthless.
Maybe in a way?
Yeah,
okay.
in a way.
All right.
Worthless as a penny with a hole in it.
Right.
So, he would definitely be in a way. And I will have to move on.
Yeah. Okay, y'all heard right here on Ulon.Life. I think one of the main things this queen is saying is that if something doesn't fit, it's broke.
That's right.
It's broke. Okay, so, and again, we're going to go back and forth. So, getting back on the issue, on the topic, that we're here, we're interviewing, Miss Royal. I would like to say that, I have followed you. I've been seeing some of the things you're doing. Very positive. Very positive. Seen the place. And I know because of me being a homeowner and me being somebody who, have had many storefronts along the way, I know it's hard. And I know that you had to go through what you had to do. What was your moment when you finally did get the storefront, because I know the things weren't in there yet, the chairs or whatever. Were they?
No.
Okay. So once you got everything in there, how did you feel, with your accomplishment?
Oh, I felt good. I felt proud. I felt very proud. And I just want to say that I would be remiss if I didn't give God some glory because I came upon this opportunity with no money.
Right.
With no money. A build out was needed to happen.
Speak up.
A build out needed to happen on the property, so there was some renovation that needed to be done. I believe that God put people in my path that helped me take care of those things, and it was able to come to pass. And I got a lot of help from people along the way.
Right.
So it was a blessing.
Okay. So now, if you were to look at some of these younger sisters who are going for their dreams right now, what would you say as far as obstacles in the way? If you really want to touch, because I know it's thousands and thousands of viewers right now, and a lot of people the styles alone, they're just flicking through the channels and they stop and they see this beautiful young sister and they say to themselves, you know what? If she can do it, I really want to try it. What would be some encouraging words for them and to our, our Facebook Live? What would you say to these people?
I would say to them. I would say to them that if you have
because you didn't have any money, right?
I didn't have.
She didn't have no money, y'all. She didn't have no money.
I still don't have any money, y'all.
Right. So
I still don't have any money. I would say to them that if you have a vision, if you have a dream, go for it. Do not listen. Do not take advice from people on business that aren't a business owner. Do not listen to the naysayers. Write your vision down. In fact, I've been doing things at my place, what I call visionary parties, where I'm inviting people to come out and put your vision in writing. I did that years ago, and they are coming to fruition today. So put your vision, your goals in writing, and focus on them. Focus on them. I don't care if you're working a job. Never get away from your passion, from your vision. Be determined, have faith, step out on faith, and have a relationship with God, because it's very important, because there can be some long, sleepless, restless nights in this field of work. Wow,
very deep. Y'all heard it, here first, from a beautiful woman that I know, because I saw along the way. Y'all don't know, our struggle being in the projects and seeing, the things that we've seen, and to see a woman struggle coming from, where we come from, and basically having nothing, being in CHA, public housing, and to go into moving out of that situation and to having her own. I would say it's very rewarding. Very rewarding, and my hat's off to you. You have done a great job. You know what I'm saying, Cherie? So now, how can people get in touch with you?
They could give me a call on my cell phone at 312-520-8171. I'm on Facebook at Cherie Royal. Instagram page is styles_by_face. Or stop by one of the businesses.
Okay. That's such a beautiful thing. And again, this woman right here is going out of her way to really make a way. Now, are there any room, say, for instance, for young women that may want to be a part of what you're doing, and may be stylists, may have, do feather haircuts, maybe could do, braids and weave wraps and whatever. Is there a way that, is there any openings?
Yes, there is. I'm actually in the process of hiring.
Woo! Hiring, y'all.
Yes.
All right.
Hiring for hairstylists, a nail technician, an esthetician, and an eyelash.
And don't forget to tell them, where's your location at?
323 West 47th Street.
Okay.
Chicago,
Again,
Illinois.
repeat that.
323 West 47th Street.
323 West 47th Street. Okay.
Chicago, Illinois.
Okay, and again, how can they get in touch with you?
You can give me a call at 312-520-8171.
All right, get y'all cell phones out. Repeat that again, Shri.
312-520-8171.
Okay, and so what can they expect with that? You know what I'm saying? If they get in touch with you, what do they have to do from there? What are some of the qualifications? Do they meet with you? Like, what's the next step after that?
The next step would be to meet with me, come by, take a look at the space, see if it's if you like it, if it's conducive for what you're trying to do. And if that's the case, we will sit and talk about what it is that you're doing.
I hear that, right?
I encourage, if you're not in school, if you're not in school, I definitely encourage and push you to get in school while you're working there at the salon, because it's very important that you learn the professional way of doing hair and being a hairstylist.
Exactly. Okay. So and along the way, we do a portion where we like to give a quick little shout out, to anybody who might have been along the way. Is there anybody that you would like to shout out, along the way?
I like to first shout out God.
Yes.
Who I know. Without him, none of this would have been possible.
Come on.
To all the people that helped me, Philip, Phil, Dermot Johnson, Kenneth Hicks. Those guys came in that place and they did the work for me, and they did it for free, practically for free. And we labored. They labored hard, and they stuck by my side.
Because they believed in the vision.
They believed in the vision, and
Obviously.
God touched their hearts.
Yes.
God touched their hearts, and they answered the call. I want to thank my children who have always been supportive and pushed me, and just gave me good advice, and all of my friends and families that have supported me. And I want to take this time and just say that I was disappointed when I first got in business because I didn't get the support that I felt I should have. I was under the impression that I came from this big community, Cabrini Green. I had this big family, and that, I opened up a hair salon, it's going to be booming. As long as these people come, it's going to be booming. But I quickly learned that that wasn't the case. That's not the case. I don't know if it's because people look at me and they think that I have something and they don't support me because of that, but I want you to know that this is a struggle. This is a struggle. What you see on Facebook and Instagram is just a result of me just not stopping, me just being determined to keep pushing, to build a brand, not just for myself, but for others as well. Young ladies and men in this field that want to be a family. I'm not just trying to employ people. I'm trying to build a family. I'm trying to build a brand. So I just ask for more support. We have to start supporting one another. And I'm talking about the black community.
Exactly.
Period. We have to start supporting one another. So don't look at me and think that I have something, and that may be the reason why you're not coming to support me or people that's walking with me, because that's not the case. We all need to support one another.
Right. Exactly. Real quick, I wanted to say that, to a couple people that's at home and those that are out there, there is a young lady, that's missing, Tawana, and we want to show, support. I don't want to really get into it too much, or say too much about her or her last name or anything like that. But you can reach me at 312-834-8020, and I will give you details on that. And I also want to talk about, a young man who passed, away. But I want to really talk about that next week, because I want to give his full credit. And his wife, is very instrumental. So I want to talk about that next week, where we can give it his proper credit. So just hold tight. I got y'all. Tonight I want to focus on this beautiful sister right here, only because I know what she's going through, and I know the hardships. You know what I'm saying? So and just touching on this, what was one of your hardest things that you had to, kind of one of the biggest hurdles you had to do opening your salon, opening your place?
The biggest hurdle was the financial part, a lack of finances. Deciding.
Because y'all think it's so easy. A lot of times they think, well, if somebody had money in Cabrini, they balling now, but it's not, it's so much to go into that, and it also has to be legal money, it has to be, the right, things that have to happen as far as, zoning laws and this and that, and opening it up, and the place where it's residing at, and, just it's so much detail that goes into it. People don't know that. And I know, because I've opened up storefronts, and I know how it is. So some of your biggest hurdles?
Was just a lack of knowledge, lack of knowledge with knowing what I was getting myself into. I'm just this big visionary, and I have this crazy faith, and I saw an opportunity, and I was just like, yes, I could do it. I had people saying to me, are you sure this is something that you want to do? And I'm like, yes. And so I didn't know the ramifications. I didn't know the legal aspects.
People don't know that. They think, she got money, she could do it. No, it's bigger than that. You have to cross the T's, dot the I's. You have to go through all the different, legal paperwork, everything that you have to go through. So I know. You know what I'm saying? I know.
Yes, and then money is, you need money. You need money, especially if you don't have good credit. If you don't have good credit, you need money. You need money, or you'll find yourself stuck. stuck in the middle of your project. So my biggest hurdle was finances, not having the knowledge that was needed to start a business, and then not getting the support of the people. And that's pretty much it. Like, know what you're doing, know the business that you're getting in. Not having a hair salon isn't just about doing hair.
Right.
You have to know the business side of it as well. And if you don't, be able to hire some people that does.
Right. Okay, well, in closing, I just want to say, man, it's been really a good journey. I thank you for putting forth the foot, because, you know, a lot of people come from where we come from, and they say they're going to do it, but they don't do it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you have actually done it, Shree. You hear me?
Yes.
You've actually done it, and I'm so proud. And I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad that you're taking a chance, because that is helping others as
Yes,
well.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, is there any shout outs you want to give? Because I know you mentioned a couple people, you know what I'm saying? Of course, God, because, you know, we can't forget God. But is there anybody specifically you want to, you know, give a shout out to?
Well,
People that help you along the way.
Yeah, some friends and family that did help, but I want to take this time before we go and just mention my not-for-profit, which is my baby.
Sure.
The hair business is something that God blessed me with, but my baby is this not-for-profit where I'm going to have the opportunity to take young men and young women and teach them how to bring their vision, their goals to fruition, and to teach them a lot. I want to help people that gone through things that I've been through, like domestic violence.
Right.
I've worked in the field of HIV. I'm going to implement that into my
Right.
not-for-profit organization, which is called
Because of her mother, y'all. So remember, call 312-834-8020, or you could go to Ulon.Life. I'm going to showcase you on our website. And if anybody wants to get in touch with us, you'll be able to get in touch with us through the website and find out more about Cherie Royal. Again, we thank you so much, Queen,
Thanks
for
for
being
having
here.
me. I
Love you so much. Again, each one teach one, and don't stop there. Thanks, Omari and Mike. We love y'all. Holla back.